Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on Randall's Island, or as we call it, a soon-to-be biker's paradise. I'm Jano Lieber, the MTA Chair and CEO. I'm here with enthusiastic bikers from all over, but also Jamie Torres-Springer, MTA C&D President, Ben Furness, the Transportation Alternatives Director, other representatives of TA, and we're also... Anna
Verlenga.
Anna Verlenga. I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Organizer.
Bronx Uptown Organizer for TA, and we're expecting John Arut, who is the Advocacy Director of Bike New York. Listen, you can see behind me what has brought us here today. It's the beautiful new and ADA accessible bike and pedestrian path that leads to the RFK Bridge, what I still call the Triborough. It's now fully open to New Yorkers, along with additional paths, and we've done this all over, additional paths on the Henry Hudson Bridge that connects Manhattan and the Bronx, and the Cross Bay bridges as well. These projects have been completed as part of a strategic action plan on bike, pedestrian, and micro-mobility issues that MTA put out a couple of years ago. We did a few events, many of you remember that, but more important, we acted on the recommendations and the plans in that report, and this is one of the results. Broadly speaking, we recognize that while transit remains the go-to travel option for the overwhelming majority of New Yorkers, there's been tremendous growth in alternative micromobility options like bikes and scooters, both shared and personal. And far from being a threat to mass transit, the trend gives the MTA an opportunity to extend the transit system's reach deeper into communities that have less fixed rail service, less a little further away from a train station, especially the outer reaches, whether it's the boroughs or in the suburbs. In these areas, the issue for people who are choosing between transit and driving may be what everybody calls the last mile, the space between the train station or the subway station and their home. And if you can walk, if you can bike, if you can scooter the last mile, rather than having to drive an automobile and park, that is a huge factor in deciding whether you're going to take mass transit or drive. And we want everybody to be picking transit in those situations. Listen, there's a lot more work to do, but as always, we are thrilled to be knocking out these kinds of projects on time, on budget, getting them all done. And I'll turn it over to Jamie, who is the man leading the effort to get the project done, and with a little more detail. Jamie.
Thank you very much, Jano. Great to be here today, particularly old friend Ben Furness. Glad that he's in the lead of Transportation Alternatives. That's going to make a big difference for our partnership. And of course, I want to acknowledge Romulo DeSantis is here. He's both the chief engineer of MTA Bridges and Tunnels and the head of our Bridges and Tunnels business unit, and Allison De Sereno, representing MTA Bridges and Tunnels, the COO. Great to be here. We're excited to celebrate this new shared use path on the RFK. This connection from Manhattan to Randall's Island follows similar bike ped infrastructure, as Jano said, that we completed at the end of 2024 on the Cross Bay Bridge, the Henry Hudson Bridge, and the RFK Bronx span. I'll get back to that in a second. But this is a great example of how things work at the new MTA. We put together a forward-thinking plan and announced it in 2023, worked with our advocate partners and stakeholders on that, and we are delivering on the plan on time and on budget with these 4 completed accessibility improvements. A final improvement widening the walkway between Astoria and Randall's Island into a shared use path will be completed on schedule, on budget, in 2027. With this segment completed, for the first time ever, pedestrians and bikelists have a continuous car-free path between Manhattan, the Bronx, and Randall's Island, with Queens to follow shortly. And so just to situate everybody, Triborough Bridge, we've got bridge spans that connect to Manhattan, to the Bronx, and to Queens. For the Manhattan span, we now have a southern path that's ADA accessible for cyclists and pedestrians. We also have completed a northern path on the other side of this span. That's done. It lands in a new greenway along the Harlem River that New York City is completing. And once they complete that, we'll be opening that. It'll have a great landing into an open space and provide access to the northern parts of Manhattan. The new ADA compliant bike and pedestrian path has been completed to the Bronx, also finished last December. And in 2027, we'll finish the final span, the Queens Path. All of these investments, these 3 spans of improvements, the Cross Bay Bridge, the Henry Hudson Bridge, represent a $128 million investment in bike and ped accessibility funded from the MTA's 2020 to 2024 capital program. It's very exciting. So, of course, these pathways will dramatically improve interborough access and the environmental benefits of reducing vehicle congestion and expanding car-free transit infrastructure. Even in the construction of this path, we found a way to lower our carbon footprint by using sustainable concrete, which reduced embodied concrete by 25%. And I want to say, the way that things work at MTA Construction and Development, we've talked about this before, achieving synergies across our capital program. These lessons are being taken from our Bridges and Tunnels group and brought into the way we do business within the subway system, on the railroads, other bridges and tunnels. We're headed towards much lower embodied concrete in all of our construction projects. And this is setting the way. We have a terrific project team who work tirelessly to get this over the finish line, not only within budget, but 4 months ahead of schedule. Romolo, you really delivered on this with Bill Neubauer, Armindo Montero, Ryan Kalberg, and Dave Casso. And of course, we have our design builder here, Defoe Construction with HNTB, and our program manager from Lero. We're very happy that they've completed this work 4 months early and on budget, and we're looking forward to seeing this new connection bustling this summer.
Ben?
Thank you very much.
Ben, you want to say a few words?
Ben, can we...
Good morning, everyone. My name's Ben Furness. I'm the Executive Director of Transportation Alternatives. This month is Bike Month, so we're celebrating all the ways that people get around New York City. Transportation Alternatives, we believe that the greatest city in the world should have the greatest streets in the world, and that means streets where people of all ages and abilities feel comfortable hopping on a bike to get around. That's a huge task. It takes a huge amount of work from lots of different city agencies. I'm so happy to be here with Jano and the whole team here at MTA, Jamie and the rest, and John Orcut of Bike New York, a great ally in this fight. It takes a lot of work to build great bike infrastructure. The MTA has a role. Our colleagues at New York City DOT have a great role. EDC has a great role, and really looking forward to work with all of them for a much more bikeable city. Hop on a bike and get out there. It's a beautiful day, and thank you so much.
John. Right off his bike,
Yeah.
still gasping for breath.
Thank you, Jano. And thanks to everyone for being here and for the work you've put into today. Biking really took off in the city about 15 years ago when the Bloomberg administration did a lot of bike lanes, started protected bike lanes. But all of that growth was based on some really important foundations that had happened earlier, like the West Side Greenway and newly bike-friendly Williamsburg and Manhattan bridges. So the work the MTA is doing here and in different parts of town is laying a further foundation for a bigger bike network and more growth. So imagine when we have a fully bike-friendly Triborough Bridge. We'll be linking the East Side Greenway, the protected bike lanes on the east side, the Willis Avenue Bridge, the greenway that's developing along the Harlem River, the fantastic bikeway the state recently put under the Bruckner Boulevard, the Crescent Street bike lane, 20th Avenue in Astoria. You name it, it just keeps going from there. I think Randall's and Ward's Island will be a huge crossroads for both recreational and practical bike traffic in just a few years. So thank you. This is such good stuff.
Okay, anyone else? Anna? Okay, Tim, do your thing.
Do we have any questions this morning? Anybody? Questions?
On topic?
Well, is this
topic.
an on-topic question? It's an on-topic question, of course. Michael Aronson, everybody, from the New York Daily News.
What are the prospects for a pedestrian bike path on the Verrazano?
Okay, you want to do it? Good.
Yeah, we went into that in detail in the plan, and we're still on track with that. which is that when you look at the vehicular movement across the Verrazano, the complexity of that, the weight of that, and the status of the structure, it's not feasible today. But what we're doing is we have to replace the whole lower span of the Verrazano Bridge over the next decade or so, and we're doing a feasibility study of whether it's possible to include bike access as part of that. In the meantime, we're making sure that bikes can be transported on buses that are running over the Verrazano Bridge. And, I have to emphasize very importantly, we're in the midst of a major capital improvement. It's called the cable dehumidification. That's the focus to make sure that the Verrazano is still up and running in the near future. But that's something we're going to look at as we move forward. Throg's Neck and the Whitestone have sort of, because of their condition and their length, there's less of a possibility, but we're always open to looking at options.
All right, let's go to Steve Nessen from WNYC Gothamist and On the Way newsletter. Steve.
Quick question. Forgive me if you've already gone over this before, but how much did this particular pathway cost? How long did it take? And did you split the cost with the city, or did MTA cover all of it?
This is an improvement to an MTA facility, so the MTA funded it. And what I mentioned earlier was we made a $128 million investment in making new accessibility on 5 different component bridges, right? The 3 on Randall's Island, Cross Bay Bridge, Henry Hudson Bridge. It's a major investment. We'll get you the specific number for this bridge afterwards.
All right, anybody else? Any questions? Let's go to Evan Simcoe Bednarski, also of the Daily News, doubling up today. Good morning, Evan.
Hey, guys. I'm going to leave the geeky questions about your bike setups for after. But you mentioned, Jamie, the move to having bike capabilities for buses going back and forth to Staten Island. Is there any plan to roll that out, or any other places in the city where that exists? As long as we're talking about last mile, what can you do to improve the infrastructure for folks who want to take a bike last mile?
Yeah. Well, it's all in the plan, and the plan is being executed. So one other big accomplishment of the last couple of years is working with City DOT. Now every single subway station has bike storage within, I believe it's 100 feet. And we've also got a number. The numbers left my head, but we're doing that at a number of railroad stations. So big focus on last mile connectivity, certainly continuing to look at the bus system. And we have an even bigger first mile, last mile planning program in both Long Island Railroad and Metro North territory that's helping those local municipalities to figure out, is it bike storage that's most appropriate at a station? Is it transit-oriented development? Is it other forms of personal mobility devices? That what is the right way to bridge that first mile, last mile gap? And so that planning is happening very intensively all across the region through the MTA's support.
Any other questions? All right. Thanks, everybody, for the dozens of newsrooms that are watching on this live feed. Here's what's going to happen next. We've got the ribbon cutting, where we're going to formally and ceremonially open this new ramp. And then the principals, at least some of them, are going to actually bike along the ramp. And any reporters here, I saw some of you brought your bikes. You're welcome to join that ride. And finally, just want to say, Newton Jones Burkett III did not have any questions, but he looks sharp. He looks sharp right off the boat. Okay. I'm just letting him get ready for the ribbon cutting, but he does look good. All right. We ready to cut?
We'll leave something to cut. Put it down a little bit. Ray, a little down. Straight.
All right, we're going to count it down. We've got 3, 2, 1. Let's have a bike path.
Now,
Air congestion pricing that, and we just got you know.
I was nervous. You guys did great.
Are we?
I've got the best one.
We're still nervous. I'll tell you what I'm terrified of is the gearing on this slightly old bike.
It's allergies.
I have
Question, Michael.
You have to go fast, okay, Ray? You guys have to go fast. Okay, come on, let's go. Mess around. Go.